Hey again, we talked in a previous video how we could have a form and this form have a button, and how when someone click on this button he calls specific method. So we call this method in this way. But this is just calling specific method when someone click on the button. One thing you have to know it, but Python with tkinter support events. What I mean by event, when I say in programming word events, that mean hey, I'm listening to specific thing. When I say key-press event, that mean I'm listening whenever anyone click specific key. So when you hear the word of event in the programming, that's mean listening. So let me suppose I have very basic Python and I will name it events. Okay, and what I will do, I will just copy this code I have from callback I added here, and I will remove the button. So that we just start very simple by creating just remove this event and remove this one. So very simple, very basic layout. Now think about this code. If you want to run it, what you will see, you see just simple layout, simple form is empty. This form have too many events you could listen to, like when someone clicks specific key, Control C or Control V. This is basically, so I want now to listen whenever someone click Control C or Control V. So what I will do, just I have the word root, just I say bind. Bind is the word that allow us to bind specific event to call specific function. So I would say it, I open a bracket, I click first character capital, Control, then C. That's mean hey, I'm calling Control C. That means hey, when someone click Control C, don't care about these brackets. This is just how Control C function defined in tkinter. So there is many functions. Everyone have the way that it defined it. You just need to go to the documentation of tkinter and you'll see every function how it defined. So this is not specific syntax you write it. No, this is already bolden. So I'm saying hey, whenever this event happen, please call a specific function. Which action I want to define? Let me suppose this one, name it a key. Okay, press. Okay, when someone press key. So let me suppose here I'm printing anything. Let me suppose I print copy. Okay, but one thing you have to know, when I say hey, when someone click on this one, call this method, which is the key-press. The thing that will pass it to this method is something named event. Event have many information about what will happen or what he will have in this one. So let me start basically. Whenever you want to call any event, you just say the object name dot bind, then the event name, then the method that you wanted to fire up. When you call that method have to get specific parameter, which name it events. Now let me just click right and see how we do run. So if I have this form, make sure to click on it to make it active. Click Control C, you will see the word here copy. See, Control C, you see the word copy. So what happened now, he just listening all the time to the key. Whenever anyone click on the key, he will fire that event. But what about this one, event? Event have too many information you could read from. Like for example, the type of the event. If I just say this one, dot format event dot type. So that means you want to know the type of the event. As I told you, there is many things. Now I click Control C, you see type 2. This is type of the event. There is many information inside this event parameter. This is not only this one, the one button click. Let me suppose you need when someone click on the button. So you will say, okay, I have button bu called ttk dot button, and this button will be inside the root, and I have text inside this button, which is a click me. Okay, but what I also have to make sure, say hey bu.page, because I need to display it. Now you want to listen to the event of the button press. So say bu.bind, because I'm listening to button specific event. What the name of the event? Name of the event button press should be written in this way, button press. From where I bring in this name, see first character capital, I bring in this name from tkinter documentation. So let me name it here button press. Okay, so here now you need to implement that method. So let me suppose I will implement this method here. I will say hey, define def button press it have event, something name it event, have to have it. Then you say, hey, print button is pressed. So now here we are listening whenever the button is pressed. So see button press. Now let me just run it and see what's going on. Click on the button, he say button is pressed. Okay, now if I just make the form active and I click Control C, he sees type 2. He just print copy. He just was access to this one. Now if I just don't make the form active, I just click Control C, I will not see anything because Control C is working only when the form is active. See how it's going? So this is basically, you may see a lot of different type of the events. It's good for you to go to Google and look for TK enter events, and you will see the documentation for TK enter events and every command and how should be written. This is not one like button L, whatever. There is too many type of events. But one thing you have to know, just you do bind between the event name and the function you want to call it. Button press, K press, there is many of them. Here we done. Thank you for watching and see you next.